You get lost in your imperfections. You get lost in the things you want. But if you slow down for just 1 second, you might feel way better than you thought. And if you took a second to breathe, took a minute to cry, well, maybe you would see that all this time I've been right here. Baby, I know it. Life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now. Maybe we could go and find a view if we need some entertainment. But we don't have to hurry, cause our conversation's always entertaining. And if you just want me to listen, I can do that too. Because all that I can do for you, I'll do. Oh yeah, baby, I know it. Life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now. Baby, I know it. Life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now.
Yay! You know how you know it's a party? Because we got 2 or 3 different kinds of
We got every color.
every
I don't know
color.
what kind of party it is yet, but
Yeah, we haven't really. I don't know that we thought this through.
when do we think things through?
When do we think things through? If you've watched any of our recent videos, you know that thinking things through, not really our strong point, but we do have.
Our
Okay.
thinking glasses on.
Yeah, this is a great idea, but my head is far too big for these. But what we do have is extra
What?
party hats. So we're gonna put one on you.
Nice. Oh, that's good.
You're welcome.
Perfect.
Now you're partying.
Now it's a party.
Now it's a party.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? So welcome to a very special 100th episode. 100 triple digits
I don't even know how to process that.
of the sTEaD TALKS live stream. The live stream where we talk about everything. Off-grid living, homesteading, life, love,
Food.
lots about food. Like so much about food. It always turns into something about food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the pursuit of happiness.
And the pursuit of happiness. You know, if that sounds better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick, you found the right place.
The right place.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming in. Let's check in with everybody in the chat. Danita, what's happening?
Hello.
Says congratulations, my favorite live and favorite people.
Oh,
Thank you so
thanks.
much.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, you're always awesome.
Yep.
And Almost Homesteading and James might not be here tonight. James looks like he's working, and Almost Homesteading is not feeling well. So we send you all our love and hope that you feel better soon. It is going around right now, so that's no fun.
Yeah.
Doris!
Hey, Doris.
What's happening? Doris, you're going to actually get a blast from the past this evening. Because we dug out of the crates the very first video we ever made, and we're not going to make you watch the whole thing because it's 9 minutes of almost unwatchable editing. But the first minute or so, it's pretty good, you know.
It's pure fool's gold.
Yeah, it's definitely that. It's pyrite. It's pyrite. God's Desire for Me. Hello from North Carolina. Welcome.
Welcome.
I think this might be your first time catching us live, and thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Yes. Welcome.
Oh. And then we got SCM Creations, Sir Welds a lot on the other app, the clock app, the app that shan't be named. Welcome, and thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Yes.
And let's
What
see.
else we got here?
We've got thanks for the hat. Woohoo! Everybody's got to have a party hat.
Definitely.
You know, if my head was just a little smaller, I'd even be wearing the glasses. Well, maybe I can stuff.
This is just gonna come on and off because I think it's hilarious.
There we go.
And also so terrible.
There we go. It's easy to take me seriously when I'm wearing glasses, so.
I feel like I'm like deep in thought with these.
Deep in thought for sure. Lily's 0220. Thank you for the confetti. And welcome to our sTEaD Talk.
Welcome.
If this is your first time here, we like try to just have some fun. This is our smaller live stream where we don't have 30,000 people in it asking the same question over and over again, which is still fun.
This is great.
But this is great because we actually get to kind of connect with people, and some of our best friends hang out in this live with us, and that's pretty awesome. Yep.
Yes.
Thank you, God's Desire for Me.
Thank you.
And we got Michelle from West Virginia. How's it going, Michelle? Welcome, and thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Yes. It's going to be a very interesting night.
Nice. SCM Creations got an offer on 30 acres in the Redwoods of California. Can't wait to hear if they will accept it. Glad we found you.
Oh, wow.
That is very cool. I'm so glad to hear that.
That's
And congratulations.
So cool.
Daniel Kearney, what's up, man?
Hey, Daniel.
Thank you so much, and thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Welcome.
And then we've got, we've got Homesteading Royalty in the chat as well. You know, they're very humble, so they'd never, like elbow, wrist. But we've got Ozark Family Homestead in the chat. Sean, hello to everyone from the Missouri Ozarks.
Hello.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Always nice to have you guys.
Always nice.
Always.
Some of my favorite creators right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And SCM Creations, your information is fantastic. Thanks for sharing. You're very welcome. It's really interesting. One of the things that that I wanted to do tonight, besides wear these nifty glasses, because they're great, and they
it's like 3D vision.
They give me hindsight is 2020. You know.
Is that so?
It gives me 2020 hindsight. So.
It hurts my eyes.
It does hurt, right? It kind of.
It's like.
It shifts things. But one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight is why we started doing this and how we came to be making these videos some 10 years ago. Like I said earlier, I want to show you a couple minutes, the first couple minutes of the very first video that we made, and I want to know in the chat when we show that if you would have followed us back then, if that was the video that you saw.
And you don't have to answer.
No.
You know.
No, you do. I'm compelling you to answer the question. Now, another little special thing that you are going to get to see the whole thing of is the very first brand commercial that we ever made. It was for one of our products that we made here. And
way back then.
Yeah, I'm not going to say much more about that because I also want to know in the chat whether or not you would have bought it. We made it specifically so that we could show, other brands out there that they could expect a certain level of professionalism from us when we put together a video for them. And now that we've done several others, I'm going to say that it was good for when we did it and our level of skill, but probably wouldn't have flown in today's.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. You'd be surprised. We didn't really get hit up for a bunch of.
Yeah, I think I sold 3 of those things. 3 entire things of them. But you're going to be like, man, if I would have seen that back then, I'd have bought it for sure.
Yeah.
Doris, people that have been with you from the beginning when you were just on Homesteader on a Facebook group, right? Remember that? So the very first sTEaD Talks wasn't even called sTEaD Talks. It was called, what was it called?
Wasn't it
Wake Up with Good Coffee. Yeah. Worst name in the history of live streams. I can honestly say that. But yeah, and I was terrible at it. The first 3 or 4 times I would engage with trolls and I could hardly get a sentence out. It was like I was tired and hungry all the time, but I was neither, because it was Saturday or Sunday morning. I was drinking coffee and had already had breakfast. I had no excuses.
I was
what I'm trying to say.
asleep still.
You were generally asleep.
But when
still.
I woke up, I was
she'd
watching.
tune in.
Sure would.
Yeah, and then we were in a group called Off-Grid Living and Homesteading on Facebook, and that's where I did the live stream there. And at one point we had like 20,000 people watching.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And that was intense at that time.
Oh,
and it was just me sitting in the front seat of my car, talking at the camera for an hour. And now we're sitting in other chairs, talking at the camera for an hour. So
I'm a part of it now.
and you're a part of it now.
Part of it now.
And back then you were like, nah,
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah. I'll wake up early.
Yeah. So let's see. I know I am. Well, but yeah, you keep following you guys. Yeah, we're happy that that we reconnected after that hiatus that we took.
Yep.
Where we just disappeared, and it was something that I didn't feel good about, and I'm glad that we are now back to being in touch with you and also all of the other folks that came up with us and would listen to me ramble on for so long. For so long. So,
That's awesome.
First things first, I got to get to the very first segment of this live stream, which is my favorite segment. Well, on every other live stream. It's not going to be my favorite segment on this one. But on every other live stream, it's my favorite.
Oh. Every time I just cringe.
Carrie hates that. I think it's hilarious. Personally, I think it's hilarious. So, but I've got one of those senses of humor that not a lot of people.
You do you.
Yeah, not a lot of
You,
people
baby.
get. Phil, You're great. First video I subscribed. That is
Aw,
awesome.
nice.
Thank you so much, Phil, and thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Yeah, thank you for popping by.
Yeah. So, it's the little things in life that you got to stop and celebrate. And this particular little thing was not such a little thing because this week over on the app that shall not be named, the clock app, the one that they're trying to ban because people talk on it. You know which one I'm talking about. We actually passed up 500,000 follows, which, you know, but prior to that, I could say like 172,000 or something like that. But now,
Still a trip.
yeah, I can say 500,000, which is awesome. Actually, we're about rounding 560,000.
Wow.
Yeah, as of today. So, so that is amazing. It's a little thing, but it's a big little thing. And we also passed 10,000 downloads on the workbook,
Wow.
which is awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and with any of our digital products, I have another book that's going to be coming out soon, and then we have 2 courses in the works. They're always going to be whatever you want to pay for them, and that's even if what you want to pay is nothing, because we think that the information that we're trying to get out to people is it is very valuable, but it's valuable in a way that you don't really know what the future holds, and it kind of seems pretty uncertain right now. And I think a lot of those skills are going to be necessary to have any semblance of a normal life. So when we put it out there, we just want to make it available to whomever. So yeah, we passed 10,000 downloads.
Wow.
Pretty intense. Pretty
amazing.
intense.
That's super awesome.
So so these are the little things that you got to stop and just go like, wow, look at how far we've come from when we first started making videos. 10 years later, and literally dozens of views up until October of this last year when things just started blowing up. Now, one thing that's really interesting to me is this, and I think you can still hear me.
Oh.
Yep. Is that on YouTube we've hit 6,510 subscribers, and the trip about that is that all of them pretty much, you know, except for maybe the first 600 or 700, have actually come from the clock app. So one of our big goals going forward is to actually build out the YouTube, because we really love doing the long form content. Short form content is like I can't get into a subject and have it be less than 3 minutes of me talking. It's just impossible. It's not something that I can do. So when we were making our like 20 and 30 minute videos, I think that was the most fun I ever had doing this.
Oh, it's so much fun. I love that.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. So yeah, what are you ready to take a trip down memory lane real quick?
Mm-hmm.
So we made a very special introduction for this very next segment, which will never come back onto the live stream. So you're really lucky to see this, and I've seen it, and it's pretty good. So without further ado,
come with me and take a ride down self-indulgence lane.
I think you nailed that on the head. I just want to say. definitely that.
yeah. See the little the pat on the back, or a pat on the back, right? So we're
So humble.
yeah, we're gonna.
It's not what self-indulgence. Oh man.
Yeah, so we would like you to come with us as we take a ride down self-indulgence lane, music and all. And so this very first video that I want to show you is the very first video that actually I ever made. I made it while Carrie you were working.
I don't even know which video it is.
It's the very first one. You know, the very first
I'll
one.
know in a minute. I'll tell
Yeah.
you what I was doing.
I'm pretty sure you were doing a music lesson.
Probably.
And you came home and you watched it and you were so cute and you were so supportive, but I could just tell you were like, that was the most terrible thing I've ever seen from a video, you know, from a technical viewpoint. But you get to see like a slightly younger, a little bit less bearded Jason and the very, very young children who were involved in this. So so here is the like first maybe minute or so of the first video we ever did, which was the most important things when moving off grid. Oh yeah, and I made it so we could comment on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hello. I was just doing some plumbing work. And it got me thinking, we should talk about what is and isn't important when moving off grid. You may be asking yourself, who the hell is this guy? Does he actually know anything about living off grid? Son of a. Yup. Most people who want to live off grid fit into one of two categories.
I want you to build me a tower, and I'm thinking marble.
And,
Sort
or at least fall somewhere on that spectrum. Let's face it, it does cost money to do this kind of a project, but probably not as much as you think.
So bad.
How much, you ask? Well, when we decided to make this move, our bank account had $300 in it.
$300?
Yes, $300. And after 6 years of living off grid, not having to worry about utilities and the expenses of living back in the city where we came from, our last tally was $32,454.
Man.
Not quite as much as you thought it was going to be. Now you might also be thinking, but if
Yeah,
money isn't a
this is
reason why I
terrible.
can't do this, I must be able to come up with something that I can use as a stop or a barrier to accomplishing my goals. Let me tell you,
We don't even know
the
what
next
I'm
possible
saying right
one
now because we
is
can't
knowledge.
hear it.
Yeah.
But I've watched
if
it
I've seen it
recently.
once, I've seen it
I'm
a
gonna
1,000
end
times.
yeah.
An unsuspecting...
Okay, guys. What do you think? I want to know in the chat if you had seen that. And I figure that was about the maximum amount of retention that I could have asked for. Even now, knowing what I know now. I want to know in the chat if you had seen that. Would you have followed us? Phil, those video segments are so cringe. You have to look and enjoy. It's like a good plumber's crack. Yep. That's
nailed
exactly
it.
right.
That's great.
Off-grid farming, stop. I'm dying. Oh, man.
That's great.
Yeah. Remember that, Mike Caine? That was back in the day.
Oh man.
I got a yes in the chat. God's desire for me would have been like, yep, those people I'm going to take advice from.
Oh man, or at least laugh.
And at least laugh at, you know. Ozark Family Home said, Sean, let's see, did anyone else notice Abe Lincoln rolling his eyes?
That is awesome.
Yeah, that t-shirt had Abe Lincoln with a boombox on his shoulder, and it said, drop beats, not bombs, Abe Lincoln. Like that. You know.
That's great.
I've grown quite a bit. Quite a bit. Oops. I'm not sure if I would or not. May have to see it to the end to see if it got any better. That first shot though, like hammering on a pipe. Hello, I didn't see you there. I was just doing some routine plumbing work. Like Like hammering on a pipe is routine plumbing.
I remember thinking that was really funny. You got one of the kids to shoot that for you?
I think so, yeah. Brooklyn did.
That is too funny.
Yeah.
I love it.
Off-grid farming?
Nope.
Nope. All right, we see. Doris, I did see that before, and I'm still here. Just glad they got better.
That's awesome. You wanna wear them?
That's awesome.
Okay.
Phil, I subscribed on a clock ramble. Yep. There has been a many of those now. Gosh. Man, it's kind of crazy how that took off. Yep.
Lily said, yes.
Yes, because it's funny. Well, I think so too, which just leads me, let's see, Michelle says, I would have followed just to see your wife's personality. Yep.
Oh, thanks.
Aw. She is the best. She's the best. Like when I said in the video last week on the clock app that, the math that I did about her just being way better of a person and way more responsible and way better looking than me, like, of course I'm going to follow you into the woods and we're going to build an off-grid life for ourselves. Little did she know it was going to take a lot more years than I told her it would probably take, but we got here.
I'm still here.
You're still here. You're still here. And for the same reason, because you think I'm funny.
That is true.
That's why.
That is true.
Yeah. Even today,
Yes.
earlier when we were filming together, which is always pleasant for Carrie. She loves it. She loves being in the videos.
I'm really happy to do the lives.
Mm-hmm.
Being on the videos.
Yeah.
She
doesn't like taking direction from me.
I'm really bad at it.
Yeah.
Really bad at it.
Yeah. It was.
He's like, say it like this, and I'm like, I hate it when I say it like this because I'm so bad at it. I just want to say it naturally, which of course is terrible because it's not natural. I mean, it wasn't that.
I have no words.
I'm gonna stop myself there.
I have no words, but I will say that everything we've just talked about takes us very nicely into our very first commercial that we ever made, and I think we nailed this.
It was pretty fun.
I think we nailed this. Yeah. This is the first video that we were that we did together, and that we wrote out the idea for it, and then did the idea that we wrote out.
Yep. And
I think it shows. So I would like to introduce you to a product that we used to make. It was made out of, let's see, what was it? Several different types of oils.
Yeah, I think that was like avocado and beeswax.
Avocado and olive oil, beeswax, diatomaceous earth, and colloidal silver. And it was called John Beardsley Beard Batter.
Let's face it, having wicked good facial hair is harder than it looks. What with the non-stop compliments?
Oh my god, I love your beard.
I know. The non-stop fan mail.
There you go. The free drinks you get everywhere you go.
But maybe you've had this happen. You were all gung-ho about growing a beard, but the only description you could get out of your friends and family was scruffy. Come here, Scruffy. This is Scruffy. And this is Scruffy Scruff. And the last thing you want is for people to describe your representation of the glory of beard as Scruffy. I'm often asked, John, how do I get rid of the Scruffy moniker? With this new John Beardsley Beard Batter. It comes in a mason jar, like every other good thing you've ever gotten. That's John Beardsley Beard Batter. For a beard better than a bear with a bee as his barber. I guarantee it. If you're gonna beard right.
gosh.
That was funny.
That was really good.
It's been a while since I've seen
John Beardsley, beard batter. For a beard better than a bear with a bee as his barber. I guarantee it. I had read somewhere that if you put a guarantee on your product, you can expect it to increase sales by like 30%, and like that means instead of us only selling 2, we sold 3, probably because of the guarantee.
Yeah.
For a beard better than a bear with a bee as his barber.
It could have been the 100%. That could have been 100% of the sales.
It could have been. It could have been. So yeah. When does the John Beardsley calendar come out? Oh, that'd be a hot product, buddy. That'd be a hot product right there.
Oh, that's great. We'll get you standing in front of a fan and you'll just be like...
The most homesteady man in the world. Yeah, Phil, I don't know if you've seen our channel trailer here on YouTube, but check that out at some point because I actually do a shot-for-shot remake of the Dos Equis commercial, the most interesting man in the world. Yes. Doris was here for this. Oh my gosh, I remember those. But I also remember Carrie shaving it off. I could not download that video off of Facebook. I tried because that was one that I wanted to show. Golly. Yeah. But yeah, John Beardsley, beard batter, the goods.
Right?
Not bad for a beard man.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I did actually. I put that filter on it because I wanted it to look like, like old-timey westerny. Because of the mason jars. That's why we put them in these little flat mason jars because everything good comes in a mason jar, right? So yeah, this is what the beginning of a successful channel on TikTok specifically looks like. I mean the platform that shan't be named. But yeah, we did make it look old.
Yeah, that was fun.
Lily's 020 22 02 20. Off-grid farming is just cracking up. Does it give you hope though? Does it give you hope and make you think like, man, if they could make the videos that they make today, which our videos are super high quality now, mainly because you do all the camera work, and I don't worry about that part. Because if I did, they'd be unwatchable. like the earliest one was, the one that you saw there.
That's great.
But yeah, so now I need to know in the chat if you had seen the John Beardsley beard batter commercial, would you have bought it? And I think it was only like $15, right? Because we like things that are reasonably priced.
Right.
I think it cost us $19 to make.
Probably.
It was the business model at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been good at that kind of stuff, so I probably spent $100 to make 4 of them or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, actually, that I do remember.
Yeah. Off-grid farming, so much hope. Really do love you guys. Oh, thank you. We love you too, man. So yeah, that was our trip down self-indulgence lane, and we love you for coming along with us.
Come with me and take a ride down self-indulgence lane.
Figured you had to see it at least one more time. You had to. So,
Oh man. Yep.
Oh, let's see. We are too much the same. I just say I run a charity now. Exactly.
That's awesome. That is great.
It's like, hobbies cost X amount of dollars. If I can make something back on that hobby, then that's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Danita would not have bought it because she does not have a beard.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, good stuff. We also made another product at the time, which we sold a lot of, called Carry Butter, which was basically the same thing in different ratios so that it came out like a salve. I mean, you could put it on a scratch, the scratch should be healed the next day.
No
Like
joke.
a cut, you know?
To this day, that's still my favorite lotion I have ever used.
Yeah.
Like, one of our daughters would get rashes and stuff, and I put that on. It was the only thing of everything I tried that just, I mean, cleared it up.
You know what I realized?
Huh.
I only ever took a picture of it and made a Facebook post with a picture on it for that.
Oh, yeah, we never.
The reason it did so well is because we didn't make a video.
Because we didn't make a video.
Yeah.
Well, there's the secret.
There's your problem. Yeah.
Oh, it was funny.
So, I want to know from you, and also from you guys, what has been your favorite video that we've made so far?
I think it was like the first one that we made when we came out here, but also the water video was really good.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
I think it was the water video.
Yeah.
It was so like even the ups and downs while making it was so.
It was a fun
I can't believe
process.
that's happening right now. Oh my gosh, we didn't. But
Yeah.
then the triumph of like we finally got it.
Yeah.
When it was triumphing, like we were capturing those moments that were actually very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my favorite as well. If you guys haven't seen that on YouTube, it's called
I guess you live without what? Is
well, yeah, on
thumbnail?
the thumbnail it goes, you live without what? And either Carrie or me, I think it's Carrie, is like, you know, like smiling on the.
I don't remember. Or it's where you've got dirt in your hands.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or both of us, or something like that.
It's something like, yeah.
The water one was definitely my favorite. Has the best soundtrack too, because we could use full songs that we licensed. We went to like great lengths to make those videos, and you can't use any of that stuff on the Clock app, because
Even though we have it licensed.
Yeah.
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 But whatever.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna
It
do?
doesn't matter.
So if you haven't seen the water video, go check it out, and you'll be like, wow, they can actually make like films, because that's what we like doing. Although I will say, I would bet that the video that we are going to film tomorrow, which is a secret video, but I'll let you guys in on some of it, I think will end up being my favorite, just because of what it's about.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all about how operating from the viewpoint of trying to help and contribute to your community, what the result of that is. Because we had the craziest thing happen in an attempt to help somebody. Like, it was almost like instant good karma that just kind of like smacked us in the face. It was amazing. And so we're doing some filming on it tomorrow that'll make it into a cohesive story. It'll probably only be on YouTube. There's no way to tell it in short form. So yeah.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Danita's favorite video was Will.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was.
How do you expect to live off grid when you're old?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a really good video, and one of my favorite stories, actually. But my favorite Will story, I was sitting down and figuring out what videos I wanted to make for the next couple weeks, and my actual favorite Will story is how I came to stop working for Will. And when you see that one, if you don't cry, like full on have an ugly cry of joy from that video, one of two things happened. Either I didn't pull it off well, or there's something wrong with you. I can promise you that. The story is that good. And it's actually better than Send It to Seagal. So yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. I actually have not heard the story, so I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Well, you lived it, but
okay.
you know, you haven't heard it in
in the
one
story.
cohesive story.
Looking forward to it.
And when you do, you'll be like, oh my gosh, that's what a good person is. Like, that is the definition of a good person. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'll look forward to it too.
Mm-hmm. Ozark Family Homestead new marketing approach. One product works on beards as a salve, lamp fuel, and edible. The product's the ultimate survival product. Exactly. You know?
That's great.
I won't buy something if I can't use it 3 or 4 different ways, you know?
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
GT Junior grows at Alaska. Hello from Alaska. Hello,
Hello.
hello. Welcome to our STEaD Talk.
Welcome.
I don't know if you were watching, but you may have missed our trip down self-indulgence lane. You'll want to go back and watch that. I promise. It's good enough to do that again. See me just completely lose my stuff here. While we're talking.
Laughing.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. So yeah. Now, what sorts of things do you want to going forward make videos about?
Oh, that's a tough one. Well, there's going to be a lot of, I think, growing and gardening stuff that will transpire throughout spring and summer.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, here's a video I think I would really love to make.
Mm-hmm.
Is at the end of summer, when the garden has just done amazing and it's like been epic. And we can get little video here and there. And the caveat being that it can only be shown if it is actually like epic.
Yeah, we'll shoot
really,
the video.
Actually, either way, I think it'd be cool because, any of you who know me know I'm super new to gardening. Last year was my first, and we've now expanded and over quadrupled, I think, our garden space that we're going to have available to grow in. So
I bet it's 5x.
it probably is actually because there's, easily. So, it'd be really cool to be like,
Heck
look,
yeah.
I did it.
Well, here's an idea that you
or
actually.
I didn't
Yeah.
do it. And,
It's true.
but I will persist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here's an idea that you had this morning that I thought was brilliant,
Ooh.
which was Carrie would like to set up cameras while we're shooting to see like a behind the scenes sort of thing. Would you guys be interested in seeing that? And then she would post that to her page because that's her create is the actual filming and the making me look like
Camera angles.
I'm
and
not
focus.
something or other.
I make sure I don't
something
shoot.
negative.
Get shots where I'm looking at directly up your nose.
Yeah, which
or
is
look down at you like you're a small child, or have your head this far in the frame with the rest of the background.
You done good, kid.
I make sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Whereas when you
That is
saw
I love that.
my very first video that I shot, it's basically the whole video is all you can see is directly up my nose. So yeah.
Well, I think that would be really cool. So yeah, if you guys would find that to be something interesting to watch, I would be more than happy to.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty fun. That would be something I think I'd really enjoy, actually.
Or would you think that would just, destroy the magic?
Yeah, it might.
I don't know.
I'm the type of person, but of course, I love watching behind the scenes stuff, but that's kind of where I like to live and create and have just this perspective from since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So some people might be like,
No.
I'm interested in off-gridding and homesteading, not filmmaking. But it'd be kind of interesting because those who are interested in filmmaking might actually be like, oh, wow.
Look at the way they do that.
Hey, that might just be a reason I'll do it anyway.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think we
Let's
should.
make that happen.
That sounds super cool.
Nunya, Texas on the back 20. What's happening, brother?
Hey.
Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Doris.
Doris is opening wounds right now.
God's desired.
Opening
Thank you.
wounds.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Sweet.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Right on.
Off-grid farming would like to see that too.
Okay. Nice.
There's like if you watch our videos, you think like oh yeah, like if you watched that video and saw how the video ends up, you'd be like, oh, I get it now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
A video on
So
the
great.
mint covering the whole house. Yes. Doris is over here opening wounds.
Sorry.
Yeah, for those of you that don't
Sorry.
know,
Well, it could have been milkweed.
I experienced a betrayal. And it was when Carrie told me no, she knew how I felt about mint. She did it anyway. One day, she's just sprinkling it around like Johnny Appleseed. Johnny Apple Mint.
This is how much I doubt my gardening ability, as I threw mint seed all over the property because I'm told it's invasive. I've read all about it. It's invasive. And yet everything I've seeded out here that's invasive doesn't do anything. So,
We just haven't gotten to the point of the year where she would notice that it's doing
well, I don't
something.
expect it to do anything yet, but
Yeah. Yeah.
a plant that I don't have to care for, but it's gonna grow.
And make
What?
us endless amounts of tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do like mint.
Good on you.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
You know what? If I could make oils with that, I think I would.
Maybe you
I
can.
really like peppermint oil. I get headaches sometimes. Right there, back here.
He's good.
It's good.
Danita says the bathroom, Brooklyn tiny house, drilling a well, building hog pen and shelter, building for meat chickens. Yep, we got so much to do.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you've noticed, we've reduced significantly the amount of videos that we're shooting because we'd rather focus on the quality of the ones that we do shoot, and we have a lot of stuff to do. You know, so it's very difficult to shoot videos while you're doing stuff and actually talk. Like I could set up cameras and it could just catch me doing things and catch her doing things, but I think those videos are boring, personally. And we've made some, and even those ones that we made were boring. So, you know.
That's funny.
Michelle, bloopers, outtakes, if you're looking for something funny, maybe. Yeah, you know, when a good blooper or outtake happens while we're doing it, we always put it at the end of that video on the Clock app, and only the people that watch all the way to the end ever get to see them. So it's kind of like a little like reward for getting all the way to the end, you know.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get one of the kids to like video some of it.
That would be fun.
I'll do some on a tripod, but that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. I like that, Michelle.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Uh-huh.
Deep in the dirt!
What's up?
What's happening?
Hey.
Thank you for coming to our 100th sTEaD Talk. Woohoo! 100
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah, thank you. It's
Some
been a
glasses.
long time coming.
I keep falling
Wait,
off,
I can't read that. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Mine keep falling off. Oh.
Yep, there it is. I can see it now. Okay, good.
There.
Let's see. Tanisha, is it Tanisha or Tanisha? Hey, just started watching you guys. Well,
Oh,
thank you
right
so
on.
much and welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, you made it in on kind of an odd night. We haven't talked about food hardly at all tonight, which is usually what the Wednesday sTEaD Talks turns into.
It's time to get serious.
But for those of you, yes, you're gonna put your. I'm gonna get scientific real quick.
Ooh, you can almost do a monocle. Oh.
Let's see if I can get him. There we go. I'll look down my nose at you.
I was just talking about that.
So here's the scientific truth. Okay, I have now figured out how to build
Sketch.
the DIY freeze dryer
Ooh.
with a small chest freezer and a vacuum pump, which I priced out at Harbor Freight. And that means in very short order, maybe within the next couple months, we're going to have some freeze-dried Skittles. And we're going to bring them on here and show you that you too can have a freeze dryer without having to spend $5,000 on it. Because they're actually quite simple.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That does sound amazing. Amazing.
So glad I didn't miss it. I'm glad
Yay.
you didn't too.
Yeah, I'm glad you're hanging out.
Yeah. Oop. Tanisha.
Tanisha,
Awesome.
right on.
Very cool. Well,
Sweet,
welcome.
Yeah. With our party lights.
Off-grid farming with your glasses, or with the glasses, you look like your brother more. Well, I mean, I am the older brother, so, you know, who looks like who is all I'm saying.
That is really funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like doing a bunch of physics research, because, you know, when I get bored, that's what I like to do. And found out that a chest freezer will get to like -30 pretty consistently. Some of them, the really good ones, will get to -40. And at -40, you reach this point. It's called the sublimation point of water. And at -40, water turns directly from ice to vapor. There's no like liquid period. So that's what a freeze dryer is doing, is freezing it to -40, and then it pulls a vacuum and it sucks all the moisture out of the chamber. And so a chest freezer can do that. And a chest freezer is like you could pull a vacuum on it. It's sealed up and everything. It's like actually a pretty simple thing. And I bet you anything, big freeze dryer is going to come for me. But you know what? They'll have a fight on their hands, because I've wanted a freeze dryer for a long time. Never have I thought to myself, I'm going to go spend $3,000 to $5,000 on one. But $150 on a chest freezer and $89 on a vacuum pump, I could swing that. And it'll only be 120 volts.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Nice.
I can be counted upon for several things. I can be counted upon to find the easiest way to do anything and the cheapest.
I like it.
Yep. Off-grid farming. I have a vacuum pump, $25. Facebook, it's worth $225. Used it for a DIY milking pump.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, I may just have to get that, because I'd much rather pay $25 than $89. So that's very, very good.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the MacGyver guy for the poorish folk. Yeah.
Or folk that are like, that's just not worth the price you're asking.
It's funny. There's this guy that makes videos called Wrangle Star, and you know, I don't know. I don't like critiquing anybody, but he says this one thing that it irks me, but it makes me laugh every time. And he's like, if you're one of the poors, like, I'm like, yeah, I'm one of them. I'm one of them poors. So give me the tip. And then he doesn't, like, he's like, well, this tool's only, $247. Like, oh, you weren't talking to my kind of the poors. You were talking to some other kind of poors. I gotcha. All right. So,
Wow.
So, you got anything else you want to talk about?
Well, oh yeah, you told me what your favorite video was.
Yeah.
What's a video that you would like to make?
I would like to make, so sometimes I'll be thinking about like things that have happened, and a saying will come into my mind, like the plans make the best kindling, or any number of the sayings that I've said in our videos.
Yeah.
One that recently came up is this, and you let me know what you think. So with our money becoming less and less valuable every day, and you needing to spend more and more of your time to make enough of it to make ends meet, if you're going to have a savings account, shouldn't the currency that you're putting in it be time rather than money? I want to make that video, and it'll probably be next week. So
Yeah, I like that.
yeah. But if you think about time as a currency, that's what you're trading with your boss, you know? And you know, how much value are you actually getting for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because somebody was asking me about savings, like, what do you do? Do you just have a big saving? No, I spend every penny that we get on making our life more comfortable, because I can afford to do that now. That same amount of money in the bank is going to depreciate in value by the time I save it up to do anything great with it. So,
Yeah.
you know, have like your basic expenses and stuff taken care of for a month or something like that. But like just building up a big savings account, it's like if you're not making 7 to 8% on it, you're losing money every year.
Yeah.
So have a savings account, but put time in it instead.
I like
Metaphorically.
it. I like it.
Yeah.
Save some time. Yeah, buddy.
Off-grid farming. Sorry, it's not for sale. That's what I bought it for. But maybe help with shipping. I'll give it to you. I'm not using it. Well, I could do that too, but I would have to exchange something with you. I'm like big. We're helping a person right now with some stuff, and like I don't know. I don't like getting things for free, so it's I like to exchange. So. Tanisha, yeah, it's true, right? So yeah, that was my viewpoint. I'm gonna spend any money that I get on saving me time on my day-to-day functions, and that I think is gonna pay me dividends over, you know, having a savings account. When, you know, I think the thing that like datum that actually got me thinking about that is somebody was also saying like, you know, our tax money is going to this, our tax money is going overseas. It's like, no, it's not. None of our tax money is going overseas. Our tax money doesn't even cover the interest payments on the debt, right? So no, that's not where it's going. They're making up money, which is depreciating the money that we save to send overseas, or to pay for this or pay for that or whatever it might be, right? So anyway, money's a joke without a good punchline, like the ones that you're like waiting for the punchline and you're like, you know,
That's funny.
right? That's a good idea, isn't it?
Nice.
God's desire for me, I like that too. Time's the they say that the best investment is to buy land because they're not making any more of that. But the other thing they're not making any more of is time. So, you know, I already have land. Anyhow.
I like it.
Let's see. Dora says, I've had people tell me I can't count my time, but I told them that was the most valuable thing I have.
Nice.
That's exactly right. And people don't get that, right? They don't get it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I could use help with my channel. You looking at it would be worth its weight in gold for me, and that pump's heavy. It's a lot of gold. Awesome. Well, let's work something out on that. I would love to exchange that with you too, because I love seeing people become successful at what they want to do, and I could tell when I watched like some of your first videos that I was introduced to that you want to do it, right? And so yeah, if I can help in any way, just let me know. We'll talk off the live stream about it.
Sway.
Yeah. Look at all you guys, just like having conversations. I love when I see that in the chat. So We also did a bunch of things this week. I don't remember what any of them are. We had gotten our new oven last week or the week before. It's working amazingly well. We made our first
first sourdough.
We made our first sourdough this last week.
I got started.
Which you could defend yourself with the loaf that we made. It's
like a brick.
You could build a stable building with one of these loaves as a cornerstone.
Apparently, if you don't follow the instructions, just so,
I'm not good with instructions, you know?
I have no comment there.
I just think I know it, and then I make the mistake and I learn from it, and then I know and can write instructions.
I mean, the lady didn't say that in the instructions, but we could do that.
I was like,
You're supposed to do
yeah,
it.
that lady doesn't know what she's talking about.
And we're like, very delicately. Or we're like, really smash it down in there.
And now fold it. Now fold it again. Now fold it
About
one
like
more
15
time.
times ought to be good.
Yeah, it was intense.
It was very tasty.
It was very tasty. It was just like I ate several bites of it, and I'm pretty sure it's still keeping my stomach full to this day. So we decided to go ahead and follow the instructions, but we went and got a nice enamel Dutch oven and a scale.
Yeah.
Because we've never had one of those before. So we're well on our way to being professional bakers.
Definitely. Definitely.
Just got to figure out that first good loaf of sourdough.
Yeah.
And then that'll be good.
I think we'll get there. We fixed some stuff in the house that needed some fixing.
Yeah. Make croutons or breadcrumbs. See how we always find a way to talk about food? I love it.
Yeah. Actually, I should do that. My kids love croutons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could have watched my sourdough bread video. It was step by step. My bread is fantastic. Well, we're going to have to go and do that.
Maureen, I'm watching your video.
Yeah.
And that is how I'm going to make our next sourdough.
Yeah. And I'll be like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. You got to rub some dirt in it. You got to, like...
No, I just have to be like, oh, you're going out? Okay, come on, kid. Okay.
Let's make sourdough before your dad gets back. Turns it into a strip of leather. Yeah.
And I've got a bunch of started.
Yeah.
And some things growing.
Lots of plants going.
I don't know that how many will live, but I've got little sunflowers that are this big right now.
Yep.
Broccoli and cauliflower and some cabbages starting to poke through. A
Mm.
little bit of lutha starting to make its way.
Yeah.
Oh, and some chickpeas. They're doing super awesome.
I can't wait to make hummus out of those.
Oh, that'd be so good.
With a nice tahini.
I love it.
I don't know what tahini is, but I saw it in a movie once.
But I will love it.
Doris doesn't do bread. It's always too heavy.
Oh.
Yeah, so this came out really gummy. I cut it when it was hot. Like, it did everything that you're wrong that you're supposed to do,
There was no
right?
steam in it. We put it on like regular loaf pans, which was the recipe I could use it.
We
that
didn't
way.
let them proof in the pan either.
Yeah.
Like, it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Now you got to put your foot in it. That's the Italian way.
That's awesome.
I love it. You got to do a little dance on it. Well,
that is really great.
Guys, here's the deal. We made it to 100 episodes of this live stream. It's still one of my favorite things to do, is to come in here and be able to kick back and talk with you guys. And I kind of almost I kind of almost don't want it to get real big. I want it to just be where we can all sit in here and talk and tell jokes and all of the normal people just hang out. Because it's a lot more hectic. It's also fun, but in a completely different way to do the ones on the Clock app, because we've had 89,000 people in in that live as viewers, not all at once, but it's crazy. You can't even keep up with all the comments, and that's what makes it worth it to us, is to have the conversations with people. We are going to start the podcast, the Carrie and my podcast. It'll probably have the same name, the sTEaD Talks podcast, because I just think that's very clever. If you look at the way it's spelled, it's lowercase s, uppercase T, uppercase E, lowercase a, uppercase D. So it looks like TED Talks, but it's sTEaD Talks.
I was watching a lot of TED Talks back in the day. Which I love those.
I was like, what about sTEaD Talks? Let's do that. Yeah, very clever. So we'll probably call it that, the sTEaD Talks podcast, and
I like that.
And everything. But regardless, I want to make sure that this live stream continues and that we still get a chance to connect in a lot more intimate setting than on any other platform, videos, or lives anywhere else that we do. So hold me to that, and I can't wait to see what has happened when we get all the way to 200. And I hope you guys are still here to hang out with us on that. So, if there's nothing else that you would like to say, or if there's anything that you'd like to say,
everything I'd like to say.
If there's not anything that you wouldn't like to say,
then don't.
Then go for it. Then don't go for it.
Or go for it.
Or do.
Yeah. Actually, I'm really excited about that. Doing that behind the scenes stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll be.
Let's do that. We'll start doing that.
Really,
we can start doing that tomorrow on the
really
filming
something.
that we're doing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that.
Uh-huh. And our the best cheerleader ever, Diva in the Dirt.
Oh, thanks.
Make sure you hit the like button. Right now it's probably on the way out, but I always forget to tell people because I'm not here for that. I'm just here to chit chat with you guys. But it's good practice to make sure that it gets done.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Doris. Yeah, we all pretty well know each other and feel like family. That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice. Like in this live stream, like I said, is most of my best friends from the whole internet thing. And it's actually awesome. I was thinking about it the other day. Most of my best friends I've never met in person.
Me too.
And I've never been the kind of person that believed that was possible, but it's totally true. So.
Yup.
Diva says, I'm a 7-kin lifer. Still hoping that you'll purchase the land beside you for me to move on to it. Heck yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
I got some ideas going forward into the future now that we have the resource that we have over on the Clock app. I have some ideas that I think are going to be pretty interesting to watch come to fruition. If I can ever get around to just frickin' sitting down and doing it, which we'll see. I make no promises. Anyhow, I hope that you'll come back and hang out with us for our 101st, I almost said 101th episode, which will be next week, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we hope that we'll see you there. Diva in the Dirt's going to bring the bread.
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, maybe we'll make some over
your-
the week,
I am.
and then we'll present it like this is what we did. So
Unless we've eaten it already, because it was.
it's possible. It's possible. So anyhow, we love you guys. We hope you had fun going down self-indulgent lane with us, learning all about John Beardsley beard batter for a beard better than a bear with a bee as his barber. I guarantee it. And also our very first video, which was basically unwatchable by today's standards. We love you, and we will see you next week.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. Everyone that was new, it was nice having you here too.
Yeah.
And have a great week.
Oh.
Good night.